I know I have to be in control of my own narratives. Otherwise, they'll try to make me something that I'm not.
Right.
You know what I mean? And one thing I learned, one thing about that RICO Act, you ain't never gonna see a motherfucker get the RICO Act and they gonna call him soft. They gonna make this motherfucker hard as he gonna be because the RICO Act ain't made for no punks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about that. But anyway, yeah, man, I was that when I was in the hold or I got out of there, it was interesting. Because when I hit general population, I was in B-Pod. It was so interesting because now I'm in contact with the public. I mean, with the general population. You gotta
Right.
remember something, man. I've been here for the last 6 months, and ain't only people I make this. At first, when I arrived in segregation, I was by myself, but they started doing quarantines. They were quarantining before COVID, and they started bringing people into segregation. And this is when I started making contact. I was in there was a young dude from 60s, man, named Chaz. Chaz said, I was in there, I was in my cell. And what they do down there in segregation, they put a clipboard on your cell with your picture on it.
Mm.
My picture that I had, the clipboard picture, was the same picture they used in the newspaper. So I'm sitting up here I'm sitting in my cell one night and I'm just chilling. And I hear somebody saying, "Oh shit. Oh shit." And I'm looking at the fuck. What is that? He said, "Oh shit, I'm in here with Mad Ronald." And this and this and this. And I'm like, huh? And he's talking to me. And because at first he said something to me earlier, but at the same time, you know what I mean? I don't know, I wasn't even paying attention. But then when he started talking, then he started telling me what was going on down there. Because I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing about what was taking place out there. And he started running down to me because he started telling me about PNF and all this other stuff that they got going on down there. And he started telling me about all these different things, right? And he's telling me about how Griffin is. He's telling me about how Thomaston is. He's telling me about, so he's giving me the rundown. This is the first time that I've come in contact with somebody that can tell me about the streets. And he's telling me, this is the first time I come to the realization of how high profile I am with these people here. Because this is a young dude that come off the streets. And he's in tune. You know how it goes. Young people are in tune with the streets.
Right, right.
When he came in contact with me, that motherfucker was like, "Oh shit!" And he was, you know what I mean. He was a cool young dude, man, cool youngster, man. You know what I mean. Kind of shocked me because he said he was a rolling 60, and I was like, "Damn, they got rolling 60s. There's a lot of rolling 60s in Georgia."